So I really, really do not like being controlled. I don't like it that it's almost a sin that is unforgivable for me. Really, that's what I observed. It's almost unforgivable when someone is trying to control me. It's instant that I push back. I push back. It doesn't take me seconds. Well, okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but seriously, I give people the benefit of doubt. I do, but I don't accept it repeatedly, and I might accept you controlling me once to give you a benefit of doubt. Maybe that's what you meant. Maybe that's not what you meant. But if you do it 2 times, 3 times, and then I will put a break, and I wouldn't like you anymore. Really, it's really serious, and this is what I observed over the years with myself. And maybe it's part of the reason why it wasn't hard for me to accept freedom. It really wasn't hard once I knew. Once that information got to me, it is not difficult to let go of, I'm a peaceful person. So it wasn't, so of course that, it's not like I'm a violent person and then I accepted freedom and then I have to stop. No, I'm not violent at all. But government, I'm referring to government. It wasn't hard for me to drop it right away. Right away. Even though I would like to give people the idea that by controlling them, you can actually help them. It's nice. It's appealing. It's appealing to our inner core when someone is saying they will help us. Of course, through violent means. But yeah, it wasn't very difficult for me to drop government immediately. Of course, it took me a while. It was a gradual process. I used to be 100% for government, and then maybe 50-50, and then 25-50, and then I said no completely. And within a span of couple months, for the last step, months or weeks or very less time, and I couldn't be more happier. I swear to God, I couldn't be more happier. It's just really relieving to not be thinking of, hey, we need this policy, we need that policy. Now when I see my friends on Facebook constantly talking about, we need this policy, we need and I am so sorry, because I've been there. That is not a happy situation. They are not happy because I wasn't. I am constantly worried about trying to control other people. Although, I mean, yeah, sure, I was like 50% freedom, 50% government. Well, that 50% government is control. You know, and I even wrote a constitution. Yes, you heard me right. I wrote a constitution that was largely based on the US Constitution. It's just a ripoff. I just changed some words in the US Constitution and I call it our Constitution. And I advocate. I deliver a lecture in Abuja about freedom and government, and then I offer my book for sale. Now, Okay, I'm totally going to deviate a little bit, so you have to bear with me. So yeah, but for now, yeah, I do believe that we need to get people that believe in freedom need to get into government to actually reduce government. Otherwise, I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't want to suggest any violent means, because violence begets violence. That's just what it is. So yeah, even though government is violence, I don't foresee any other means to get out of government without getting into government. It's a sad situation. So yeah, I still will participate and talk about politics, but in terms of reducing it. And I absolutely hate it. I don't like violence. All right. Now let me go back to the topic I was going to talk about. So, because I really do not like being controlled, so that wasn't easy for me to accept freedom. Because freedom, it's not about control. It's about allowing people. It's about not hurting people. That's what it is. And I noticed that through my life, through my interactions in day-to-day life. For example, at my workplace, I had this guy who, I am sorry, he's a total jackass. And he likes nothing than for him to feel he's in control and to actually exert that control over you. This is not just something that is unique to me and him, but to the people we work with. We know him to be controlling. He has no power over that control, but just likes to control you. And I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I should say this. But I don't like that guy. No, actually, that is not something bad. It's okay not to like guy. I'm not going to hurt him or anything like that, but I don't like him. I absolutely do not like him. And I completely, like, I have not forgiven him. He has attempted to basically make peace. Not make peace, like, just try to talk to me but no, I am out of it. I am completely not forgiving that kind of habit, because I do not want him to know that is good. I want him to know that is bad, wanting to control someone. You know, I used to work with this particular guy together. So, but yeah, I don't wish him any violence. I'm not going to aggress upon him. But I'm not going to forgive him for having that kind of attitude, controlling attitude. And that's why I don't talk to him. I try not to. I make effort not to. And I've seen this in other part of my life as well. My defense kicks in immediately when I see that you are trying to control me when you don't have rights to. By rights, I mean when I'm working for you, yeah, you can control me. If I don't like it, I just quit, or I just have to bear with your control. But if not, yeah, my defense kicks in almost immediately, and our friendship almost never recovers from that, especially if that's how you are. Part of the reasons why I quit one of my jobs was because of this. Was because of really total jackass supervisor. Pardon my French. And yeah. And yeah, I had to leave. I had to leave because I wasn't going to grow. I wasn't going to grow. Controlling affects me negatively, and I don't know what, how I got this growing up. But controlling me really affects me. There are some, right? They actually really do well when you tell them what to do. You are there, constantly asking them what they are doing. Just wanted to tell them exactly how you want them to behave. There are others there are people that don't mind that. And I want to know, obviously I know we got this from childhood, but it amazes me that it ticks me immediately. It gets my defenses up immediately without delay. And some it don't. Some absolutely don't. Because this particular guy, that is a guy that they do a lot of stuff together. And he controls him as well. Absolutely controls him. Up to the point that this guy will not finish a work without actually that guy approving it, basically. He has to look at it and say that's okay. He tells him what to work on. Can you imagine that? So, yeah, Well, he used to do that to me as well. He used to actually tell me what to work on. And yeah, I felt something was wrong. And then my defenses kick off, and then here we are. Thankfully, I don't work with him anymore. So, but yeah, I have been like that, I guess, since my childhood. I've been really independent. Almost like my parents. Not that they don't care about me, but it's that kind of free range care. You are there for your child, but yeah, let them go be child. And that's mostly how it is when I was growing up. You just go out, just be kids. We go out, stay outside for long, come back home, all dirty. I love it. I absolutely, looking back, I love it. I loved it. And that has really stick with me till now. I mean, when I was single, I used to go to movies alone. And I prefer to go to movies alone. I had opportunities to go with others, but I chose not to. And I go to movies alone and I enjoy it. In fact, I enjoy it more. I'm not antisocial. I'm not. But I have high degree of being independent. That I might appear antisocial, but I can converse. In fact, in my high school, one of the things I really liked was an outing. If there's any outing, like let's say Children's Day in Nigeria, or Democracy Day, or any event organized by anybody, oh God, I don't miss that. I always like to go. I was heavily involved in my high school, so I can be really social, and I think I'm not antisocial, but I am highly independent. That I'm glad that it's very easy for me to push me right into total freedom. And I hope if you are listening to this, if you got to this moment without quitting from listening to me and my circular continuous explanation of things, thank you, good job. You are patient. But yeah, if you are, then maybe you could search your life and see there is something. There's always something. Of course, other than common sense. Freedom is common sense. But there's something that always kind of help us accept things easily. While others, it takes a while. Because of how they find themselves. Via our upbringing and our society, in general. But that's really what I wanted to talk about. That my rejection for controlling. I don't control people. I absolutely do not. If you know me personally, I do not. I absolutely, in fact, I like when I want to sell things to you, like that's what I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm not a salesperson. I'm gonna admit it, I am not a salesperson. Because I feel like trying to sell you things is I'm disturbing you. Literally. I'm disturbing you. And I don't want to do that. I mean, that's how non-controlling I can be, just to sell you things. I feel like I am disturbing you. Or maybe it's the fear of rejection. Maybe you say, no, you don't like it. I don't know, but I'm certainly have that going on with me. So I am not a controlling person at all. And controlling immediately ticks me off, kicks in my defense. So maybe you could find that something that you think is helping you accept freedom. You don't have to accept total freedom. You can believe in government, but if you think you are going towards freedom direction, so maybe there's something. Is it a common sense idea of freedom, or is it something else? If you'd like to share, I'm totally, absolutely would love to hear your stories. But talking about selling things. I have been an entrepreneur for most of my life, actually. As a kid, selling things. Now trying to start my own internet company. Trying to start school, building a school, actually. We are starting there's other business that we have that I haven't discussed yet. It's basically water business that we are trying to start. We have the structure in Nigeria on ground already. I probably should talk about this sometimes. But I struggle with sales. But I'm glad that one thing that is helping me is my passion. Like my passion for home away from home, well, it's making me tell you about it. Now, maybe it's going to be different when I have to talk to you in person to tell you. Maybe I might not. But maybe right now I'm able to, because I'm not looking at you face to face. But so my passion is definitely helping me sell things, and we'll see how it goes. Absolutely, it's a weakness that I realize in me, and as I go on with my business, I would have to find somebody that does not care to sell you things. I need that. I need that kind of person with me. So my wife is one that is like that. One of my friends is. So yeah, at least I got my wife, you know. So, all right, that's the end of my rant. Thank you very much for listening. I really, really appreciate you taking your time to listen to me. If there is anything you want to say, please feel free. My email is adamu.dankore@gmail.com. Dankore is spelled Dankore. So adamu.dankore@gmail.com. Or you can comment below. Thank you, and I will talk to you soon.